know, there's been Jared Taylor and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm fine with it. I have to be honest though. I get bored with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll hear these like blasts from the past doing a podcast, and I get it. You know, it's like black IQ is low and crime is high, and we're well behaved, and we score very highly on the LSAT, and Asians too, and also the Ashkenazis, and you know, we need our own country. It's just sort of like, okay, I get it, but the fact that it's always one thing I have noticed about nationalists in general, and I guess Christian nationalists or white nationalists is two things. First off, they seem to have a kind of ill-defined conception of where all this is leading, like what it means to have a white country. Well, even if we had a white country, if I like snapped my fingers and all non-Bavarian phenotypes, you know, evaporated or something, we're still in decline. By the way, like we are still facing every single problem.
But not maybe not either. But white people have a lot of problems too, with like drug addiction, porn addiction.
Exactly. We're still facing this crisis. So you're not really offering a solution. You're sort of out of resentment, expressing some kind of criticism of other people, who that criticism might be fair in many ways,
in some aspects, but they're trying to put all the blame. I think some of it's fair, some of the arguments, but it wouldn't fix all our problems.
Right.
Correct. Maybe some things be better, but overall, and it's also how realistic is it? I try to be like, what's realistic? You know, guys like Arvell, he's doing his own land for white people. Okay, that makes sense. You're doing some small areas.
Yeah.
But some of these guys just think it'd be so easy to like, we're just going to get rid of every non-white person. Like that's not happening.
Right. I guess the other thing, and I'll go back to the land thing. The other thing is that it always seems to be freshman orientation with white nationalists. So it's like, let me tell you about IQ differences. It's
like everyone knows this.
I get it. Like everyone gets it.
Everyone knows that, yeah.
Yes, liberals get it.
Yeah, they pretend like they don't, but they get it. That's why they say black people can't get an ID.
Yeah.
It's like, they can't vote, they say.
Yeah.
Not smart enough to figure it out, but we're not racist.
Right. So it just, I don't, and I think, you know, discourse has to have some movement towards it. You know, if you look at some things like Freudianism or Marxism or Rothbardian, Austrian economics or whatever, I'm not endorsing any of those worldviews necessarily, but the thing is, they have a momentum to them, and they develop as a discourse, and you keep moving forward. There are different waves, and you have new interpretations of the world and new visions and all this kind of stuff. And sometimes they die as well. White nationalism never does that, because white nationalists don't like nuance. They don't want you talking. I mean, this is just my experience. It's my experience.
I've been attacked by these people a lot, and I'm like, because I platform, I think it'd be the opposite, but instead they're like, oh, they try to hold me to their standards, which I've never claimed to be.
Yeah, they just want to hear you say the N-word or something, and it's like, I'm being a bit harsh, but this has been my experience, is that they don't like interesting arguments. They don't like contrary perspectives. Yeah. They don't like nuance. They want you to constantly say immigrants bad. And they don't like me to a large extent. Some of them do. But
same. A lot don't like me. Some do, but I don't, because we're more nuanced with stuff. And these guys want you to be exactly in line with what they say. And it's like, I want America to be mostly white country, but it's like, in an unfortunate reality, that's probably not going to happen. What do we do? Yeah, we could stop immigration, get rid of the legals, but we're not getting rid of legal immigrants. That's just, it's not realistic when people say that type of shit. They'll get mad at me for saying that.
Even if we did, we'd be in the same decline as we are now. That's also a really hard truth.
Almost like they want a boogeyman to bang it.
Yeah, boogeyman or a scapegoat.